Today we're talking about all things alcohol and intermittent fasting related. We're going to talk about the mind trick that alcohol plays on you and the science behind why you eat more when you've been drinking. We're going to go over how you can still enjoy alcohol while staying on track with intermittent fasting and some healthier alternatives and options for you to consider. We've got a great video for you today, so I can't wait to jump in and get started. So if you like the occasional cocktail or glass of wine, or you're prone to decompressing after a long, hard day with an adult beverage, then today's video is for you. So in this lesson, we're going to cover how alcohol impacts the intermittent fasting process and how it affects your body on a cellular level. We're going to talk about the science behind why you get hungry after you've been drinking, and we're going to talk about the mind trick that alcohol actually plays on you. We're also going to be discussing healthier alternatives that can keep you on track towards your goals. So first things first. Let's be super clear. Drinking alcohol will break your fast. All alcohol contains some amount of calories. Therefore, any amount during a fasting period will completely break your fast. It will also affect your blood sugar levels and stimulate hunger. So let's take a look at the body's response to alcohol. In this example, we're going to say you've opened your eating window and it's time for food. You're enjoying a drink or a glass of wine with your first meal. So what does your body experience? Alcohol blocks fat burning. One recent study confirmed that ingesting alcohol with a meal resulted in significantly reduced levels of fat breakdown for up to 5 hours after eating. We know alcohol can cause your blood sugar levels to rise, which stimulates insulin and then leads to overeating. So alcohol consumption is obviously associated with increased levels of body fat, particularly around the midsection. All kinds of alcohol, beer, wine, whiskey, you name it, they're all pretty calorie dense, right? So with just 1 gram of alcohol provides 7 calories. So compare this to 4 calories for a gram of carbs or a gram of protein, and then 9 calories per gram of fat. You can see how alcohol skews more toward the calorie-dense side. And one drink can contribute anywhere from a conservative 100 calories to a heavier drink that has over 750 calories. Most mixed drinks are a significant source of sugar and carbohydrates, and they're typically considered empty calories. So for example, a Long Island iced tea, a margarita, or even a pina colada you might order out at a restaurant can all have over 800 calories, with the worst offenders clocking in nearly 56 grams of carbohydrates. That's a lot of carbs, and if it's all sugar, that's nearly 7 teaspoons of sugar. All of these calories can add up, and they can all push you well over your desired daily intake. We know that during fasting periods, your body initiates cellular repair processes called autophagy. During autophagy, old, damaged proteins are removed from cells and they generate new, healthier cells. Alcohol actually inhibits this process. Autophagy stops, and the cleaning and repairing process in the liver and fat tissue stops, and this negates the effects of your fast. Intermittent fasting promotes hormonal and chemical changes, such as fat burning and cellular repair, that benefit your overall health. But even a small amount of alcohol can overwhelm your liver, decreasing its ability to filter out harmful toxins and other waste products produced by this cellular breakdown. Another interesting fact is that when you consume alcohol, your liver almost immediately stops most of its other functions like detoxification and filtration and focuses the bulk of its resources instead on breaking down the alcohol. And lastly, we know that intermittent fasting reduces inflammation in your body. But alcohol is an irritant. Chronic inflammation can lead to various illnesses such as heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. Research also shows that inflammation from drinking can lead to things like a leaky gut syndrome or bacterial overgrowth or even an imbalance in your gut bacteria. Over time, inflammation occurs throughout the body, and this can lead to further health problems, including organ damage. Alcohol works its own kind of magic, right? It doesn't just make you think your dance moves are really cool, and it doesn't just give you the courage to sing karaoke into a room full of strangers, but it also plays a trick on your brain. So on an average night of drinking and snacking, your blood sugar levels fluctuate, and this can continue to signal hunger to the brain. Scientists have found the brain cells that stimulate the urge to eat are actually activated by alcohol. Major components of what they refer to as the brain feeding circuits are actually activated by alcohol. As we just discussed, alcohol is high in calories, and high calorie intake usually suppresses appetite signals. But that doesn't apply with alcohol. So what does happen? Research has identified the cause, and we're going to let the mice explain. Mice have specific hunger-promoting brain cells which play a role in the feeding circuit in the mouse brain. These cells are known as AGRP neurons, and scientists found that they are consistently and predictably activated by alcohol. Further, when scientists isolated and blocked these AGRP neurons, they showed that alcohol-induced eating did not occur. So if you block an animal's AGRP neurons, their alcohol-induced eating doesn't occur. So why do we care? Well, this has huge implications for humans. And while more research is needed, the alcohol-associated activity of AGRP neurons, which humans also have, is a critical step in addressing and preventing alcohol-induced overeating. The next time you find yourself ordering Uber Eats or GoPuff late at night right before your eating window shuts, or you might even be extending that eating window because you feel like you're starving, it's because you're irrationally hungry, you've got the drunk munchies, and you can blame those AGRP neurons. So let's chat about something I'm sure we're all familiar with: alcohol and bloating. Alcohol leads to irritation of your GI tract, which can also cause bloating. We already know that alcohol is inflammatory to the body, and this inflammation is made worse by the things that we mix with the alcohol. Things like sugary mixers or cocktails with carbonated liquids, like Coke or ginger ale. These all result in gas, discomfort, and more GI tract irritation. So if you've ever woken up after a night of drinking and had a puffy face and wondered why, well, fluid retention and puffiness in your face actually happens when you're dehydrated, and we know that alcohol is a key contributor to dehydration. So when the body is dehydrated, the skin and the vital organs try to hold on to as much water as possible. This actually leads to fluid retention and puffiness in the face and elsewhere. Luckily, there's a simple fix. Drink more water to quickly get rid of bloating in your face and your stomach. And drinking water before, during, and after alcohol can prevent its inflammatory effects on the body. So consider this strategy when you know you're going out and will be drinking. Try to drink as much water as possible while you're getting ready, and be sure to add some salt or electrolytes if you can. Try to have a full glass of water in between each drink. And at night, if you remember, right before bed, drink another glass of water. And if you're still within your eating window, maybe toss in some electrolyte powder or add another pinch of sea salt for good measure. Another suggestion is to be mindful of what you're drinking. Try and stay away from carbonated drinks or drinks with sugary mixers or even beer, which can all release carbon dioxide into the body, contributing to even more bloating and discomfort. So luckily, there are some alcohol choices available that are a bit healthier than others and less likely to counteract your diet and your intermittent fasting goals. Healthier options include things like a dry red wine, a white wine, brut champagne, things like a vodka soda, whiskey on the rocks, even a grapefruit paloma, anything that's gin or tequila based. You can sip these on their own or mix with soda water or even a flavored sugar-free soda water for a little more variety. Maybe you want to spice it up and add a few pieces of fruit to a vodka soda. Try to limit your sugar and calorie intake and avoid mixed drinks and sweet wines. If you can, always try to opt for a low sugar or a sugar-free option. So let's examine what the guidelines say about alcohol consumption. So according to the 2020 to 2025 U.S. dietary guidelines, a single drink is defined as either 12 ounces of beer, 8 ounces of liquor, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of liquor or spirits as a shot. Moderate alcohol consumption is defined as no more than 1 drink a day for women and no more than 2 per day for men. Personally, I like to follow a rule of no more than 2 drinks 2 or 3 times a week. I'm not here to tell you whether you should or should not drink, but I want to encourage you to make better, healthier choices that will align with your goals more closely and won't sabotage all your hard work. So now it's your turn to take action. Spend some time considering your current alcohol choices and your level of consumption. Make changes to your alcohol intake or drink of choice to better support those health goals. Consider taking a month off. There's things like Dry January or Sober October. Be sure to share your plans with us.
All right, so there you have it. Everything you need to know about intermittent fasting and alcohol, plus the science behind why you get hungry when you drink. I bet you'll think about those mice next time you get those drunk munchies or the drunchies. Plus, you've got some great options for alcoholic choices as well as non-alcoholic choices that you can use when you're out celebrating. Hopefully this information is helpful for you. If you've got a go-to cocktail or mocktail that you love, please leave it down below in the comments. And if you have any questions, let me know as well. If you like my content, please give it a big thumbs up so we can help it spread to more people. If you know anyone that could benefit from this information, please share my videos with them. As always, I very much appreciate you and thank you so much for watching my video. I've got some more great intermittent fasting content. I'll link right here for you. Until next time, have an amazing day. Aww.